Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a marketing team that, well, never sleeps. It's constantly learning, adapting, executing these incredibly complex strategies all on its own. Sounds almost like science fiction, right?
It really does.
But what the latest research shows us and what we're seeing out there is that this isn't just some distant dream. It's rapidly becoming our reality.
It's happening now.
Today, we are taking a deep dive into agentic AI in marketing. We've compiled a fantastic stack of sources for you. We're digging into cutting-edge industry reports, expert analyses, some really compelling real-world case studies, all to help us explore this, well, revolutionary shift.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is that we're talking about something that moves far beyond, the simple automation most of us are familiar with.
Right, like the basic stuff.
Exactly. Our mission today is to truly understand what agentic AI is at its core, how it's fundamentally reshaping every facet of marketing, and crucially, what this transformation means for you. Whether you're a seasoned marketing leader strategizing for the future, maybe a practitioner looking to sharpen your skills, or maybe just someone inherently fascinated by where technology is headed.
Yeah, and we're covering a lot of ground today to try and demystify this powerful concept. We're going to really hone in on the key distinctions, making sure we clearly differentiate agentic AI from, say, generative AI and traditional marketing automation.
Which is super important.
Because that's where a lot of the confusion lies, I think.
Yeah.
We'll then explore its strategic value, the tangible ROI it delivers the numbers, then look at exactly how it's being applied across the entire marketing funnel.
From top to bottom.
Exactly. Examine the emerging tech stack that powers these systems, and vitally, discuss the new skills and governance frameworks that are absolutely essential for any organization to thrive in this rapidly evolving landscape. It's a lot.
It is, but it's crucial stuff.
Let's start with the basics then, because I think a lot of us have heard the term AI, but agentic AI sounds like, well, a whole new beast. How would you define this paradigm shift for us? What makes it different from what we thought AI was just, a few years ago?
That's a great place to begin, actually. Because agentic AI truly represents a fundamental redefinition of AI's role in our organizations. Historically, AI has largely functioned as a reactive assistant.
Okay. Like you tell it what to do.
Exactly. You give it a very specific command, it performs a task, and then it just waits for the next instruction. But with agentic systems, we're seeing a profound shift. We're moving from AI as a reactive tool to AI as a proactive, autonomous teammate.
A teammate. That's an interesting way to put it.
It really is. The game changer here is its inherent agency, this capacity to act independently and purposefully to accomplish specific high-level goals with genuinely limited human supervision.
So less hand-holding.
Much less. This means these systems aren't just following explicit step-by-step instructions anymore. They're actually making their own decisions, initiating their own actions, and dynamically charting courses to achieve objectives.
Wow.
This capability allows for the automation of incredibly complex end-to-end processes that were previously far beyond the scope of traditional systems. Think about managing an entire multi-channel marketing campaign or dynamically adjusting intricate customer journeys in real time, maybe even conducting continuous competitive analysis, all without constant human intervention.
That's huge.
It's no longer about executing a command, but understanding an overarching objective and independently breaking it down and executing a multi-step plan to achieve it. It's almost like giving someone a mission, and letting them figure out the best way to accomplish it.
That's a huge leap from where we were with more basic AI. So for a system to truly be agentic, what are the defining characteristics it needs to possess? What makes it tick?
You're right. It's not just a buzzword.
No.
There are 4 core kind of interdependent characteristics that truly set agentic AI apart. Let's break those down a bit.
Okay.
First, and perhaps most defining, is autonomy. This is its ability to operate independently, make decisions, initiate actions, manage complex tasks without constant human guidance.
Right, independence.
That's the foundation for the kind of real-time responsiveness and scalability that marketing really, really demands today.
Makes sense.
Second, closely related, is proactivity. These systems aren't just sitting there waiting for instructions. They actively anticipate needs. They identify emerging patterns in vast data sets. And critically, they take initiative before a problem or opportunity fully manifests.
So they're ahead of the game.
Exactly. Instead of merely analyzing lagging reports to tell you what happened, an agentic system might anticipate a significant market shift or identify a segment of customers at high risk of churn before they actually leave.
Ah, okay. So you can intervene earlier.
Precisely. allowing for highly targeted preemptive action. This is about foresight, not just hindsight.
Foresight, I like that. Okay, what's next?
Moving on to our third characteristic, we have adaptability and continuous learning. This is where the self-improvement really comes in. Agentic AI continuously learns and refines its strategies from every interaction, every piece of feedback, every outcome it observes over time.
So it gets smarter as it goes.
Constantly.
Yeah.
This often happens through advanced machine learning techniques like reinforcement learning, which you can kind of think of like training a dog with treats, right? The system learns which actions lead to rewards, like a conversion or higher engagement, and which don't.
Okay.
Or it might use self-supervised learning, where it essentially learns from unlabeled data by finding patterns on its own. The key is that the system gets progressively more effective and intelligent with every single cycle.
That learning loop.
Exactly. And finally, our fourth characteristic is goal orientation. Agentic AI is explicitly driven by high-level business-centric goals. You might give it an objective like increase customer retention by 5%.
A clear objective.
Clear objective. The system doesn't then wait for step-by-step instructions. Instead, it independently breaks that high-level goal down into actionable subtasks, maybe identifying at-risk customers, drafting tailored win-back offers, deploying them through the best channels, monitoring results, executing a whole multi-step plan to achieve that specific outcome.
Right. Unlike something just doing one small task.
Very different from a system that just performs isolated actions without understanding the broader strategic context of why those actions are being taken. It understands the why.
That really helps clarify the autonomy. So once you give it a goal, how does this teammate actually think and act to achieve it? Tell us about this cognitive loop, because that sounds like the core engine.
You've hit on the core engine, absolutely. The autonomous behavior we're describing is powered by a continuous cyclical operational architecture, what we call the cognitive loop. And this process truly mirrors how humans make decisions, just, at machine speed and scale.
Okay, walk us through it.
It all starts with perception. The agent collects and ingests vast amounts of data from its environment. And this isn't just neatly structured data from databases. It includes unstructured text from customer chats, real-time signals from ad dashboards, market sentiment, competitor moves.
So everything.
Pretty much any relevant data point it can get its digital hands on.
Okay.
Next up is reasoning. With that flood of data, the agent processes it to extract meaning and formulate a plan. This stage heavily leverages sophisticated AI models, particularly things like large language models, LLMs, for understanding context, natural language processing, NLP, for interpreting human language, and other machine learning models for identifying patterns, predicting outcomes, and determining the optimal course of action.
The thinking part.
Exactly. It's essentially the agent's thinking phase, where it makes sense of the world and decides on a strategy.
Yeah.
Following reasoning, we have action or execution. Once a plan is selected, the agent executes it. This can involve a huge range of activities.
Yeah.
Interacting with external systems via APIs like your CRM or ad platform.
Connecting the dots.
Exactly. Utilizing other specialized AI tools, maybe a generative AI model, to create some content, or even communicating directly with users or other agents.
Okay, action. And the loop closes how?
And finally, bringing it all back is learning. After executing an action, the agent rigorously evaluates the outcome. This feedback, whether it's positive, negative, successful, unsuccessful, is then integrated back into its knowledge base.
Ah, the feedback mechanism.
Precisely. This allows it to refine its decision-making models, adapt its strategies, and improve its performance for future tasks. It's a truly self-improving loop, constantly getting smarter. What this cognitive loop fundamentally changes, and this is where it gets really transformative, is the very nature of optimization. We're not just optimizing campaigns anymore, we're optimizing the process of optimization itself.
Ooh, optimizing optimization.
That's the real leap in capability. And in more sophisticated applications, there's also an element of orchestration, where a higher-level intelligence coordinates multiple specialized agents, making sure they work together effectively towards a larger business objective, like a conductor.
Okay, that clarifies a lot. But let's clear up some common confusion, because I think a lot of us are still mixing these up. What's the critical distinction between agentic AI, generative AI, and, good old traditional marketing automation?
That's a really important clarification, yeah. Because these terms get thrown around, often interchangeably, and it creates a lot of conceptual fuzziness. Let's unpack those differences.
Please do.
First, agentic AI versus generative AI. The fundamental difference boils down to their primary function, creation versus action. Generative AI, like ChatGPT or tools for image generation, excels at creating new content, text, images, video, even code based on prompts you give it.
Right, the creator.
Think of it as a highly skilled artist or writer. Agentic AI, by contrast, is built to act and execute complex tasks to achieve a specific goal. It's more like the project manager and strategist.
Okay.
Now, an agentic system might use a generative AI model as a tool within its broader autonomous workflow.
Ah, okay. So it's a tool for the agent.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
For example, an agentic system might autonomously identify a segment of customers at risk of churning. It then reasons that a personalized reactivation campaign is needed. At this point, it might call upon a generative AI model to write some compelling email copy or maybe design a unique ad creative.
Got it.
Finally, it executes that entire campaign by integrating with an email platform, an ad network, a social scheduler, all without direct human intervention in each step. So the generative AI is the painter. Agentic AI is the campaign manager who hires the painter, plans a whole exhibition, strategically places the art, runs the promotions, all to meet a sales target.
That's a great analogy. Okay, what about traditional automation?
Right. Agentic AI versus traditional marketing automation. This is another crucial distinction. Traditional automation platforms operate on a rigid rule-based logic. It's a very simple Fx then Y equation.
It's this, then that.
Exactly. If a user abandons a cart, then send this predefined email after 24 hours. These systems are fantastic for repetitive, clearly defined tasks, and they brought a lot of efficiency, no doubt.
They did.
But they struggle to adapt to new or unpredictable situations. If the IF condition isn't met, or the then action needs to be different based on some unique context,
Right.
well, the system is stuck.
Right, it's brittle.
Brittle's a good word. Agentic AI, on the other hand, is goal-based, dynamic, and incredibly adaptive. It understands the intent behind a task, for instance, recover the abandoned cart, and can dynamically choose the best course of action based on a rich, real-time understanding of that specific customer, their inferred intent, their immediate context.
So it thinks on its feet.
Absolutely. Yeah, might send an email, trigger a personalized ad on social, offer a unique discount, depending on which strategy its models predict will be most effective for that particular user at that specific moment. To use that familiar analogy again, traditional automation follows a fixed map, turn by turn, no deviation.
Right.
Agentic AI uses a dynamic GPS that constantly reroutes based on live traffic, road conditions, your ultimate destination, always finding the optimal path.
Okay, that helps. And one more distinction.
Yes, finally, we need to distinguish between an AI agent and agentic AI itself. An AI agent in isolation is typically a narrower tool for a specific task, like a chatbot answering FAQs or a content generator writing a blog post.
Specialized tools.
Specialized components, exactly. Agentic AI, on the other hand, describes a comprehensive system architecture with that full cognitive loop and goal-driven autonomy we just discussed. In this system, the agentic AI acts as the orchestrator, the brain, deciding when and why to deploy those specialized individual AI agents.
Ah, the system versus the tool.
It's a crucial evolution. Marketers need to think beyond simply buying individual AI tools to strategically designing and managing integrated AI systems. The ultimate value comes from that overarching intelligence, orchestrating the output of those tools to achieve a strategic business goal.
Now that we understand what agentic AI is and the, profound difference it represents, let's talk about the why. What does this mean for the business, bottom line? What's the tangible ROI here for marketing leaders? Because at the end of the day, that's what decision makers care about, right?
This is where it gets really compelling, yeah. And frankly, transformative for marketing leaders.
Right.
Agentic AI is fundamentally re-architecting how marketing execution happens. We're shifting from a human-centric model where most tasks rely on manual human intervention.
The way we've always done it.
The way we've always done it, to a human-led, AI-executed framework. Imagine the sheer operational tempo. These systems have an inherent 204/7 operational capability.
Always on.
Always on. They can monitor, analyze, act on marketing opportunities around the clock, unconstrained by human work schedules, coffee breaks, or needing to sleep.
Yeah, no scrolling breaks needed.
Right. This continuous operation eliminates those role-based bottlenecks and handoff delays that often slow down campaigns and frustrate teams. An agent can independently identify an audience segment, design a campaign, launch it, optimize it all without waiting for approvals or handoffs between specialists.
Streamlining things massively.
Massively. This leads to what some are calling Hyper-execution.
Mm.
Marketers are empowered to design and run an exponentially greater number of campaigns, conduct thousands of simultaneous experiments, deliver truly granular personalization, all at a scale that was just unimaginable before.
Hyper-execution. I like that term.
By automating these end-to-end execution processes, Agentic AI empowers individual marketers to move directly from strategic insight to market impact at incredible velocity. It fosters a far more agile, responsive marketing function. And the ROI. The numbers are quite striking. We're talking not just incremental gains, but potentially transformational shifts.
Okay, let's hear them. What are the hard numbers?
All right, let's look at some data points from the research. For cost savings, companies have reported reductions of up to 30% in overall operational costs after implementing Agentic AI across various functions.
30%. That's significant.
It is. In specific areas like automating accounts, payable processes, not strictly marketing, but indicative the ROI can be as high as 136% over 3 years. Significant efficiency.
Wow.
On the revenue growth side, businesses deploying agent-based AI have seen an average revenue increase of 15% within the very first year.
15% in year one. Impressive.
Yeah, and we've seen specific examples, like a leading bank using an AI agent to automate administrative tasks for their business development officers. By freeing up those high-value human resources, the bank saw a remarkable $34 million annual revenue increase.
Just by freeing up time.
Just by freeing up time for strategic work. And early adopters in sales and marketing have reported 25% higher lead conversion rates by optimizing sales processes with intelligent agents personalizing outreach and follow-up.
Higher conversion, more revenue. Makes sense. What about efficiency?
In terms of efficiency gains, the improvements are dramatic across the board. An AI-powered sales development rep, for instance, was shown to cause a 73% drop in meeting no-shows simply by optimizing scheduling and reminders.
73% fewer no-shows. That's huge for sales teams.
Huge. Sales teams using these tools have reduced their outreach time by up to 70%, letting them focus on high-value interactions. In customer service, companies achieved 40% faster case resolution times using agents for triage and common queries.
Faster service, happier customers.
Exactly. When you look across the board, the average ROI reported is around $3.50 for every $1 invested in Agentic AI, with a typical payback period of just 14 months.
3.5x ROI in just over a year.
These aren't just marginal improvements. These are transformational shifts impacting profitability and market position.
Those numbers are incredibly compelling. It almost sounds too good to be true, which leads me to wonder, are there any significant caveats, challenges these companies faced, and who are some of these early success stories? We love a good case study.
That's a fair question. And yes, while the results are powerful, the caveat often lies in the prep work, ensuring you have clean, unified data, having a really clear strategic vision before you deploy.
Yeah.
You can't just plug it in and expect magic.
Garbage in, garbage out still applies.
Absolutely. But yes, several industry leaders are already demonstrating the profound impact. Like, take Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, MUFG. They integrated Agentic AI for intelligent lead scoring and hyper-personalized financial product recommendations. This led to a very tangible 20% increase in sales-qualified leads and a 15% reduction in their average sales cycle time.
Better leads, faster deals. Nice.
Exactly. Then there's Amazon, perhaps unsurprisingly. They use sophisticated agentic systems for their dynamic product recommendation engine. By continuously analyzing user behavior, browsing patterns, purchase history in real time, these agents deliver hyper-personalized suggestions that have led to significant increases in average order value and overall customer engagement.
Yeah, their recommendations are scary good sometimes.
They are. Sephora has deployed conversational commerce agents that effectively assist customers with product discovery, offer personalized beauty advice, provide support. These agents have improved sales by guiding customers and achieved issue resolution rates up to 80% for automated interactions.
80% resolution. That's impressive for automated support.
It really shows the power in enhancing customer experience. Zalando, the online fashion retailer, uses Agentic AI to analyze customer behavior, continuously adjusting marketing campaigns, delivering AI-driven promotions, and personalized discounts in real time. This dynamic approach has increased both sales and customer loyalty.
Tailoring offers on the fly.
Precisely. And a great example in creative application is Coca-Cola. They used an AI-powered platform to generate dynamic ad content tailored to regional sentiment and cultural nuances. This resulted in a threefold increase in engagement in those target markets.
Wow. Tailoring creative automatically.
It showcases agents' ability to not just optimize, but to localize and personalize creativity at scale. And finally, while maybe not strictly marketing, UPS's Orion system is a powerful benchmark. This AI agent optimizes delivery routes in real time for its massive fleet, saving the company around $300 million annually.
300 million just from route optimization.
It truly demonstrates the immense value of autonomous, data-driven decision-making at scale, which is the core promise here.
So, what does this all mean for how we connect with customers? We're talking about personalization, but it sounds like this is taking it to an entirely new, almost sci-fi level.
You're absolutely right. It is personalization on steroids. Moving into what we call hyper-relevance. One of the most profound strategic capabilities of agentic AI is delivering hyper-personalization at an unprecedented scale, literally transforming customer engagement. We're moving from targeting broad segments,
Like demographics or past purchases?
right, to engaging with segments of one. An agentic system can simultaneously tailor content, offers, messaging, even the emotional tone of communications for thousands, even millions of individual microsegments. It does this based on their unique behaviors, preferences, and crucial real-time interactions across all touchpoints.
Segments of one. That's the dream, isn't it?
It is. And this isn't just using historical data. It's about achieving hyperrelevance, where every interaction is dynamically shaped by the customer's immediate context, their current needs, their inferred intent at that very second. And this shift is critical because sources highlight that 91% of consumers explicitly state they prefer relevant, personalized experiences.
It's table stakes now.
It's an expectation, yeah,
Yeah.
not a luxury. But here's an often overlooked value driver that truly differentiates agentic AI scalable experimentation.
Ah, okay. Tell me more.
While ROI calculations often focus on cost savings or direct revenue, the true compounding power lies in that continuous learning loop. Imagine trying to run thousands of A/B tests manually.
Impossible. You'd need an army.
Exactly. An agent, however, can autonomously design, execute, and analyze thousands of A/B and tests simultaneously across countless variables, a feat utterly impossible for human teams, and then instantly scale winning variations in real time while discarding the losers.
So it's constantly testing and learning at massive scale.
Constantly. This creates a powerful compounding effect on performance. Think about it. A series of small, continuous improvements, each building on the last, doesn't lead to linear gains. It leads to exponential growth in metrics like conversion rates, engagement, customer lifetime value.
Exponential growth through learning.
Precisely. So the most crucial metric for measuring the success of agentic AI isn't just headcount reduction, though that might happen, but rather the velocity of learning and optimization. The organization whose AI can learn and adapt the fastest. They will ultimately secure a dominant market position.
The velocity of learning. That's the new competitive battleground.
Without a doubt.
That's a powerful statement, the velocity of learning. It really makes you think differently about competitive advantage. Let's get specific now. Where exactly can marketers apply agentic AI today? How is it truly transforming different parts of the marketing funnel?
Okay, yeah. This is where we see the rubber meet the road, right?
Yeah.
Where the theoretical becomes immensely practical. Agentic AI is revolutionizing nearly every part of the marketing funnel, making processes more intelligent, dynamic, and ultimately far more effective.
All right, let's walk through it. Top of the funnel.
Starting with content and SEO, we're seeing huge shifts, way beyond simple content generation. Agents are capable of autonomous strategy and ideation. They can scan competitor content across the web, identify underserved topics. Those content gaps predict emerging trends before they peak.
Finding the white space automatically.
Exactly. And then generate data-driven content calendars intrinsically aligned with SEO goals, all before a single word is written by a human or even a generative AI. It moves content strategy from reactive brainstorming to proactive data-driven planning.
That's proactive. Okay, creation.
Then for intelligent creation and atomization, imagine a marketer provides one high-level asset, say a big research report.
Okay, a cornerstone piece.
Right. An agent can autonomously repurpose that into an SEO-optimized blog post, an entire email nurture sequence, a social media thread tailored for LinkedIn versus Instagram, even a video script ensuring message consistency and optimal format across every channel.
Atomizing content automatically. Huge time saver.
Massive. And for proactive SEO management, an agent acts as an always-on analyst and technician. It conducts deep technical SEO audits, diagnoses problems like broken links, slow page speeds, crawling errors, and in advanced cases, it can even generate and implement code fixes directly.
Wait, It can fix the code itself?
Some systems are moving that direction, yes. It dynamically updates meta tags, optimizes internal linking, adapts to changing search algorithms in real time rather than waiting for manual audits every few months.
Always on SEO optimization. Okay, mid-funnel, paid media.
Moving to paid media and advertising, Agentic AI provides a decisive advantage through sheer speed and data processing. For autonomous budget and bidding, an agent monitors ad performance across all channels hourly, even minute by minute.
Wow, minute by minute.
Yeah. Based on real-time engagement and conversion data, it automatically reallocates budgets to the highest performing channels, ad sets, creatives, to maximize return on ad spend, ROAS, without human intervention. It's like having an army of traders constantly optimizing your ad dollars.
Non-stop optimization. What about the ads themselves?
For dynamic creative optimization, DCO, agents supercharge this. They generate and test thousands of personalized ad variations, headlines, images, CTAs, emotional tone in real time for individual microsegments, ensuring peak relevance. That Coca-Cola example fits perfectly here.
Tailoring the creative on the fly.
Exactly. And for predictive campaign analytics, instead of marketers reacting to weekly reports, agentic systems forecast campaign outcomes and consumer behavior shifts, allowing proactive adjustments, like modifying creative or targeting before engagement drops, preventing wasted spend.
Getting ahead of performance dips? Smart. Social media.
In social media management, agents elevate things from manual scheduling to a cohesive, autonomous strategic function. For intelligent content and scheduling, agents not only generate content tailored to each platform, professional for LinkedIn, casual for Twitter, but also autonomously schedule posts at optimal times based on performance data, maximizing reach.
No more guessing the best time to post.
The data tells the agent. For real-time trend monitoring and engagement, these systems act as a brand's always-on eyes and ears, monitoring conversations, flagging opportunities for brand involvement, identifying hashtags, even handling initial community management, like responding to mentions in the brand voice.
Handling the basics of community management.
Right, ensuring a consistent presence. And crucially, for proactive crisis management, real-time sentiment analysis detects negative surges or potential PR issues early. It can alert human teams or even execute predefined crisis communication protocols to mitigate damage before it escalates.
Early warning system for PR disasters. That's valuable.
Hugely valuable. Finally, one of the most transformative applications is in customer journey orchestration. This shifts us away from rigid linear funnels to adaptive multi-directional experiences that respond to individual customer needs in real time.
Making the journey truly personal.
Exactly. With deep intent recognition, agentic systems go beyond simple clicks. They analyze subtle behavioral signals, scroll speed, mouse hesitation, rage clicks, time spent on an image, to infer a customer's underlying intent and emotional state.
Reading the digital body language.
That's a great way to put it. Based on this nuanced understanding, dynamic journey pathing occurs. An agent autonomously adapts to the customer's journey. For example, detects frustration during checkout, trigger a live chat with a human agent, providing full context, identifies high churn probability, initiate a tailored win-back campaign immediately.
Real-time adaptation.
These are truly self-optimizing journeys where agents continuously decide which campaign, channel, moment to trigger for a positive outcome, all without direct human intervention, making the customer experience fluid and highly responsive.
That paints a very clear picture of just how pervasive this technology can be across marketing. To really solidify this, let's look at the comparisons. How does Agentic AI stack up against traditional tools and even generative AI for these specific functions you just outlined?
That's a great way to put it into perspective, yeah, because it really highlights the unique value proposition.
Okay, let's take email nurturing.
Right. For email nurturing, traditional automation sends pre-scripted emails based on fixed triggers. Send email 1 after 3 days, etc.
Standard drip campaign.
Exactly. Generative AI could write highly personalized email copy if you prompted it, but a human still has to deploy it, manage the workflow. Agentic AI, however, autonomously determines the optimal nurture strategy itself, generates the content using generative AI as a tool, selects the timing and channel based on real-time behavior, and executes the whole campaign towards a goal.
So it owns the whole strategy.
It shifts from executing a static workflow to autonomously managing a dynamic, goal-driven communication strategy that adapts constantly.
Okay. What about SEO audits?
For an SEO audit, traditional automation scans based on a checklist for known issues 404s, missing metas.
Basic stuff.
Basic stuff.
Yeah.
Generative AI might summarize a report or generate descriptions. But Agentic AI conducts a far more comprehensive audit, identifies patterns, prioritizes issues based on predicted impact, and critically, can even generate and implement code fixes or content updates.
The remediation part is key.
It shifts from simple flagging to intelligent diagnosis, prioritization, and proactive remediation.
Ad bidding.
For ad bidding, traditional tools use simple rules, daily budget caps, max CPC. Generative AI can create ad copy variations. But Agentic AI continuously monitors multi-channel performance, predicts outcomes, and autonomously reallocates budget and adjusts bids in real time to maximize ROAS.
Real-time adaptation again.
The key differentiator is real-time adaptability based on live market dynamics, not static rules.
Content ideation.
Content ideation isn't really a function of traditional automation. Generative AI, given a prompt, can list topic ideas. Agentic AI, though, autonomously analyzes market trends, competitor content, search data, audience sentiment to identify strategic content gaps, and then generates a data-driven content plan, complete with formats and channels.
Strategic direction, not just ideas.
Proactive, data-backed strategic direction.
And A/B testing.
Finally, A/B testing. Traditionally, a marketer manually sets up a test between two variations, blue button versus green button.
Simple A/B.
Simple A/B. Generative AI can create the variations, but Agentic AI autonomously designs and runs thousands of multivariate tests simultaneously, learns in real time, automatically scales the winners.
Thousands simultaneously.
This is scalable experimentation at its finest, enabling that continuous high-velocity optimization loop, giving you that compounding growth we talked about.
Yeah.
It's just impossible manually.
So this sounds like it needs not just new tools, but entirely new ways of thinking about our tech stack. What does the emerging agentic AI MarTech landscape look like? What platforms should we, be aware of as marketers?
You're absolutely right. The market is rapidly evolving, and the MarTech stack is undergoing a fundamental re-architecture. We're seeing platforms emerge that fall into a few key categories.
Okay, what are they?
In the space of comprehensive platforms aiming for an end-to-end agentic environment, we have players like Yarnet. It positions itself as a complete AI marketing team, built around a multi-agent system where specialized agents collaborate. What's interesting is its central brand brain, a persistent knowledge hub, ensuring consistency with brand guidelines, tone, goals.
A brand brain keeps it on track.
Keeps it consistent at scale. Then there's Jasper, which many know for content generation. It's now rapidly evolving into a full agentic platform with Jasper IQ as its context hub and an AI studio for custom agentic workflows. They're focusing on unifying the brand experience and automating operations beyond just content.
So Jasper is expanding.
Definitely. And Super AGI is emerging as an all-in-one agentic CRM platform. It offers modular agents like AI SDRs for personalized sales outreach and AI journeys for orchestrating complex, adaptive marketing and sales workflows focused on driving revenue growth.
An agentic CRM. Interesting. What about more focused tools?
We also have feature-specific platforms integrating agentic capabilities into more focused functions. HubSpot Breeze is an AI assistant deeply embedded within the HubSpot ecosystem. It automates specific tasks like content creation, email drafting, lead conversion, acting as an augmentation layer.
Built into the platform you might already use.
Exactly. And Optimove offers highly specialized agents for self-optimizing journeys and self-optimizing campaigns, excelling at real-time adaptation of customer paths and campaign variables, focusing deeply on dynamic optimization and customer lifetime value.
Specializing in optimization.
Right. Lastly, there are the foundational frameworks and no-code builders. Gumloop is a no-code platform described as Zapier meets ChatGPT. It offers a visual interface for marketers without coding skills to build and automate complex AI-driven workflows.
Democratizing agent building?
Pretty much. And on the more technical side, LangChain, CrewAI, and AutoGen are open-source frameworks for developers to build sophisticated, custom multi-agent applications from the ground up, offering maximum flexibility.
For the tech teams.
Exactly.
That gives us a good sense of the players and the categories. But how are these systems actually put together? Are we talking about one monolithic super agent or more like a team of them? What are the architectural considerations?
That's a great question, and it speaks to the fundamental architectural choices. There are two primary models. First, the single-agent architecture. One autonomous agent for a systematic, well-defined task, like a customer service agent just handling password resets.
Simple, focused.
Simpler to develop and maintain, but limited for complex multi-domain problems. It's like having one really good specialist. Far more powerful and scalable for the kind of comprehensive marketing we're discussing is the multi-agent architecture. This is where multiple specialized agents collaborate to achieve a common, larger goal, much like a human marketing team with specialists in SEO, content, paid media, data analysis.
Like a digital marketing team.
Precisely. These multi-agent systems can be organized in a couple of ways. You can have a vertical architecture, which is hierarchical, with a lead supervisor agent, orchestrating sub-agents, assigning tasks, integrating outputs,
Top down?
top-down.
Yeah.
Or you can have a horizontal architecture, which is more collaborative. Agents work as peers, sharing info, negotiating, collectively arriving at optimal solutions. This horizontal model is particularly effective for complex, problem-solving, brainstorming, creative tasks.
More collaborative. Got it. When a company wants to adopt this, is it generally better to buy a ready-made solution or to build something custom from scratch? It sounds like a pretty heavy lift to build.
That's a critical strategic decision, yeah. And there's no single right answer. Both have merits. Buying an off-the-shelf solution offers advantages like faster implementation, lower initial need for specialized tech talent, access to proven workflows,
Quicker to get started.
often the optimal path for quickly deploying established use cases, like content repurposing or basic lead nurturing. The trade-off, though, is often less control, limited customization to your truly unique processes, less proprietary competitive advantage.
Less unique differentiation.
Exactly. Conversely, building a custom solution requires a substantial investment in tech expertise, data science, infrastructure, but it provides the ultimate control and strategic advantage. You can build a bespoke system perfectly tailored to your proprietary data, unique workflows, specific strategic objectives.
Total control, but expensive.
For companies aiming for durable, long-term competitive advantage through AI, especially using unique data or algorithms, a custom build is often necessary. The choice depends on the use case, resources, and the strategic importance of customization. It's a big build versus buy decision.
Given all this, what are the absolute non-negotiable features for any enterprise-grade agentic AI platform that marketers should be looking for? What's the checklist?
For an enterprise-grade platform, certain features are absolutely essential for effectiveness, scalability, and crucially, safety and compliance.
Okay.
First, it must have true autonomy in decision-making. That's the core. It needs to make choices and act independently towards a goal.
Makes sense.
Second, integration and tool use. Seamless, robust connectivity to your existing MarTech stack CRMs, ad platforms, analytics, CMS via open, secure APIs. It needs to perceive data and execute actions within your ecosystem.
Can't be a silo.
Definitely not. Third, contextual understanding and memory. A persistent knowledge base, that brand-brain idea, to maintain context, learn from the past, ensure actions align with brand guidelines and strategy, prevents weird off-brand stuff.
The guardrails.
Some essential guardrails. Fourth, adaptability and self-learning mechanisms. Built-in capabilities for models and strategies to evolve and refine themselves based on feedback and data. Without this, it's just advanced automation.
Needs to get smarter.
Fifth, for enterprise scale, multi-agent orchestration. The platform must effectively manage and coordinate teams of specialized agents for complex objectives.
Managing the digital team.
Right. And finally, absolutely non-negotiable, monitoring, governance, and security. Robust tools for tracking performance, observability into decisions, security guardrails, regulatory compliance like GDPR. Without these, you're flying blind, opening yourself up to huge risk.
Got out of control.
Absolutely. And we connect this back to the broader MarTech landscape. This is huge. The MarTech space is incredibly fragmented, thousands of point solutions.
The infamous MarTech map.
Exactly. Agentic AI, as an orchestrator connecting these tools and data sources, is poised to fundamentally change this. Platforms like Yarnet and Jasper are building that central intelligence layer, that context hub above individual channels and tools.
The brain controlling the limbs.
That's a perfect analogy. As these central orchestrators get smarter, the specific tool, your email provider, your social scheduler, starts to become a commoditized component. The strategic value shifts from the individual tools, the limbs, to the agentic platform directing them, the brain.
So the platform becomes the key strategic asset.
Absolutely. MarTech vendors failing to integrate seamlessly into these agentic ecosystems risk obsolescence. The strategic imperative for CMOs is to prioritize investment in a central, extensible agentic platform, not just more disconnected point solutions. The new competitive battlefield in MarTech is for the role of the primary orchestrator.
That's a really powerful reframing of the entire MarTech stack. But as you said earlier, this technology is powerful. And with great power comes, well, a new class of risks. What are the potential pitfalls, and how do we navigate them safely as we build these sophisticated brains?
That's an extremely important point, yeah. The autonomy and intelligence of agentic AI introduce a new class of risks, demanding diligent management and a proactive approach to governance. We can't just unleash these systems without solid guardrails.
Okay, what kind of risks are we talking about?
First, significant security risks.
Mm-hmm.
Autonomous systems inherently present novel attack vectors. Malicious actors could try to hijack an agent's behavior through carefully crafted inputs or exploit vulnerabilities to extract sensitive data.
Hijacking the agent. Scary.
Imagine an agent optimizing ad spend suddenly redirected to drain your budget, or one with customer data access tricked into exposing it. This necessitates proactive security. Continuous adversarial testing, red teaming exercises, simulating attacks to find vulnerabilities before they're exploited.
Gotta stress test it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then there's data privacy. Agentic AI systems ingest and process vast quantities of customer data. This makes strict adherence to GDPR, CCPA, other regulations paramount. Organizations need clear consent, robust data governance policies, secure handling practices. It's about building trust by respecting privacy.
Privacy is non-negotiable.
Totally. Finally, significant ethical concerns and unpredictable behavior. The goal-oriented nature can lead to unintended, even harmful consequences if goals and reward functions are poorly defined. For instance, an agent tasked with maximizing social media engagement might learn to prioritize sensational or misleading content because it gets clicks, exploiting loopholes in ways detrimental to the brand or society.
Optimizing for the wrong thing.
Exactly. Similarly, biases in training data can be amplified, leading to discriminatory outcomes in ad targeting, content personalization, often without humans even noticing. These ethical risks need extremely careful design, rigorous testing, continuous monitoring to ensure agent objectives align with human values.
Constant vigilance needed.
Absolutely.
The idea of a black box AI is always a concern for people, especially when it's making autonomous decisions. How can we ensure trust and transparency in these systems? It's hard to trust something you don't understand.
You're absolutely right. This black box nature, where even creators can't fully explain why a decision was made, is a huge barrier to trust and adoption. To counter this, organizations must move beyond the black box to a glass box approach, prioritizing transparency and explainability.
A glass box. I
Yeah.
like that. How does that work?
It's built on two crucial pillars. First, observability, providing real-time, granular visibility into the AI's operations. Marketers, compliance teams, auditors should clearly see what data the agent uses, what logic it applies, what decisions it makes, what actions it takes, moment by moment.
Seeing inside the process.
A detailed audit trail, a dashboard showing the AI's thought process. Second is explainability, going beyond what the agent did to explaining why it did it in clear, business-relevant terms a human understands.
Explaining the why.
An explainable system can articulate its reasoning. I increased budget here because historical data showed a 15% higher conversion for this demographic at this time. This builds crucial trust, allows meaningful human oversight. When you understand the why, you can audit, correct, and trust the system more deeply.
Okay, observability and explainability. Makes sense. This sounds like a massive undertaking, though. It's not an all-or-nothing leap into the unknown, is it? What's a smart, measured way for companies to adopt agentic AI without crippling their current operations?
Not at all, no. And it definitely shouldn't be treated as an all-or-nothing leap. A prudent, phased adoption strategy is absolutely key to building capabilities, managing risks, and demonstrating incremental value. We typically recommend 3 distinct phases.
Okay, phase 1.
Phase 1, pilot and learn. Begin with small-scale pilot projects. Focus on high-impact, low-risk use cases, things like automated competitive intelligence gathering or content repurposing.
Start small, low risk.
Exactly. This lets your team test the tech, understand its limitations, build internal expertise without exposing critical business functions to risk. And the focus here isn't just output. It's measuring the velocity of learning, how quickly the system tests, adapts, improves. That early learning is invaluable.
Learn how to learn with it. Okay, phase 2.
Phase 2, integrate and augment. Once you have initial successes and insights, integrate agents into existing workflows to augment human teams. Agents handle repetitive tasks, automate complex analysis, provide decision support, freeing up humans for strategic, creative, empathetic work.
AI as a co-pilot.
Trusted co-pilots, enhancing human capabilities. Then, phase 3, scale and autonomize. As confidence grows, governance matures, data infrastructure strengthens, you can progressively deploy more sophisticated multi-agent systems with greater autonomy for end-to-end processes, like full campaign orchestration or dynamic customer journeys.
Gradually increasing autonomy.
It's a deliberate step-by-step journey, building capabilities and trust along the way.
Even with this phased approach and increasing autonomy, human oversight sounds absolutely crucial. What kind of robust governance frameworks do we need to put in place to ensure these systems act responsibly and ethically?
You're absolutely right. Human oversight is paramount. Despite their autonomy, agents require robust human oversight to ensure actions stay aligned with organizational goals, ethics, brand values. An effective governance framework isn't a barrier. It's a prerequisite for successful sustainable deployment.
So what does that framework look like?
It should include clear protocols, defining responsibility, accountability for AI decisions, agent permissions within the stack, how actions are logged, monitored, audited, no ambiguity.
Clear rules of engagement.
Then there's human-in-the-loop escalation. Clear, seamless paths for when an agent encounters a novel, ambiguous, or sensitive situation it can't handle. It must reliably hand off the task with full context to a human expert for review and resolution.
Knowing when to call for help.
Exactly. And finally, continuous monitoring. Ongoing processes to track agent performance metrics, flag anomalies or unexpected behaviors, gather user and outcome feedback for iterative improvement, ensuring the system remains safe, effective, aligned over time.
Keeping an eye on it constantly.
That feedback loop is essential for AI learning and human confidence. And what's incredibly important to remember here is that governance acts as an enabler, not a constraint.
How so?
The primary obstacle to deploying AI in high-stakes functions is often not tech capability, but a deficit of trust. Leaders are hesitant to cede control over critical interactions to systems they don't understand or can't govern.
Makes sense.
A robust governance framework, transparency, accountability, reliable human oversight directly addresses this trust gap. When a clear system exists for monitoring, auditing, intervening, the perceived risk diminishes significantly. This reduction in risk makes leadership more willing to approve and fund the ambitious, transformative agentic AI projects that will define the next generation of competitive advantage.
So governance enables transformation by building trust.
Precisely. It should be seen as the foundational enabler and accelerator of strategic AI deployment, not just compliance overhead.
This is perhaps the biggest question on many people's minds and one that causes a lot of anxiety. What does this mean for marketers themselves? Are we looking at a future where jobs are replaced en masse or simply transformed?
That's a critical concern, yeah. And I want to be very clear, agentic AI will overwhelmingly elevate, not obsolesce marketers. The narrative that AI will simply replace human jobs often misses the nuance here.
Okay, how so?
As autonomous systems progressively take over the tactical, repetitive, high-volume aspects of execution, scheduling, bidding, testing, the focus of human marketers shifts decisively from the how execution to the what and the why, strategy and purpose.
Moving up the value chain.
Exactly. Their primary responsibilities evolve from manual tasks to setting high-level strategic goals, defining clear objectives for AI agents, interpreting complex outputs to derive deeper insights.
So, more strategic work.
In this new paradigm, marketers become sophisticated AI conductors, or AI orchestrators. Their role is to design, manage, fine-tune complex systems of autonomous agents, ensuring they work in harmony toward strategic outcomes. They function as the essential human in the loop, providing strategic direction, business context, irreplaceable customer empathy, ethical judgment, things AI lacks.
The human touch remains crucial.
It becomes even more crucial. It's a fundamental transformation of the role, making it inherently more strategic, impactful, and often more creative.
So if the roles are changing so fundamentally, the skills required must be changing too. What are the essential competencies for marketers in this new agentic era? What should people be learning right now?
Absolutely. To thrive, marketing professionals need to cultivate a new set of core competencies, quite different from traditional skills.
Like what?
First and foremost is strategic goal setting. Translating high-level business objectives, increase market share, into clear, measurable, unambiguous goals an AI agent can understand and act upon. This will be paramount. The quality of the agent's output depends directly on the quality of the objective.
Setting the mission clearly.
Exactly. You're coaching the AI.
Yeah.
Next is systems thinking. Marketers need to move beyond mastering individual tools and develop a holistic understanding of how different agents, data sources, platforms interact in a complex ecosystem.
Seeing the whole picture.
Orchestrating a system, not just operating a tool. Then there's data strategy and governance. As high-quality, ethical first-party data becomes the critical fuel and differentiator, marketers need deep expertise in data management, quality assurance, ethical sourcing, privacy regs. Bad data equals bad AI.
Data literacy is key.
Critical. And finally, AI interaction and prompting. While agents operate autonomously, initial goal setting, fine-tuning, troubleshooting still require sophisticated interaction. This includes advanced prompt engineering, crafting precise instructions and guardrails, and effectively coaching an AI system to refine performance.
Learning to talk to the AI effectively.
It's a new form of communication and leadership, really.
What about creativity, though? That's often seen as a uniquely human domain. Will AI make human creativity redundant, or is there a symbiotic future where they work together?
That's a very common concern, yeah. But the evidence strongly suggests a more symbiotic future where AI augments human creativity. It doesn't replace it.
Augments how?
Agentic AI handles the operational, analytical, heavy lifting scheduling, bidding, testing, reporting, the mundane stuff that eats up a marketer's day. This frees humans for uniquely human aspects: high-level brand strategy, deep customer empathy, understanding subtle cultural nuances, generating truly breakthrough, emotionally resonant creative concepts.
So AI does the grunt work, humans do the big thinking.
Pretty much. The relationship becomes collaborative. An AI agent can generate and test thousands of creative variations at scale, optimize for engagement, but the human provides the core creative insight, the emotional narrative, the strategic vision, the spark of originality that defines the brand and resonates with people.
The human spark.
AI scales the testing and optimization of creativity, making good creative perform even better, but it doesn't originate that foundational creative spark or deep strategic vision. That remains firmly human, enabling marketers to be more creative, not less.
That's a very reassuring perspective for many. Looking ahead to 2030, what are the big predictions from industry analysts like Forrester and IDC about the trajectory of agentic AI? How quickly is this actually going to become mainstream?
The predictions from leading analysts are not just optimistic, they're quite transformative, indicating a really rapid adoption curve. This isn't a slow crawl, looks more like a sprint.
Okay, give us some forecasts.
For instance, Forrester projects that agentic AI is expected to power 33% of enterprise applications by 2028.
A third of enterprise apps in just a few years.
Yeah, that's a dramatic increase from just 1% in 2024. Shows an exponential growth trajectory that will fundamentally change how businesses operate very quickly.
Wow, what else?
IDC predicts that by 2028, 1 out of every 5 marketing roles or functions will effectively be performed by an AI worker. Now, this doesn't mean mass layoffs necessarily, but it fundamentally shifts human expertise towards higher-level strategy, creativity, ethics, managing blended human-AI workforces.
1 in 5 tasks automated reinforces that elevation idea.
Exactly. Another fascinating prediction is about influencing consumer behavior itself. By 2029, it's predicted companies will allocate up to 3 times more spending on large language model LLM optimization than on traditional SEO.
3 times more on LLM optimization than SEO. Why?
It implies a direct strategic effort to influence the decisions of agentic AI systems that will increasingly be acting on behalf of consumers, maybe researching products, making purchases. It's a fundamental shift in thinking about search, influence, even the customer's decision process.
Influencing the consumer's agent. Wild.
Forrester research underscores this, highlighting agentic AI's potential to reforge businesses, advising enterprises to urgently develop strategies for acquiring, composing, governing these systems. The long-term vision from some leaders is mind-boggling. Millions of AI agents operating collaboratively under human supervision within a single enterprise.
Millions. Okay. But this rapid shift must have downsides.
It highlights a looming challenge, what analysts call talent polarization, and a potential skills crisis.
Talent polarization.
The automation of many junior and mid-level tactical execution tasks accelerates. Simultaneously, this creates urgent demand for senior strategic skills. Designing AI systems, setting goals, ethical governance. This disrupts the traditional marketing career ladder where you start with execution and move to strategy.
The middle gets hollowed out.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
With entry-level tasks automated, the path to seniority becomes less clear. This points to a fundamental overhaul of marketing education and corporate training. Companies must invest heavily in reskilling their existing workforce in systems thinking, data strategy, AI orchestration. New professionals need to prioritize these orchestration skills from day one.
Reskilling becomes absolutely critical.
Non-negotiable for survival and growth. Hashtag tag outro.
So, what does this all mean for you, our listener? This deep dive into agentic AI reveals it's not just another shiny new tool. It's a fundamental shift in how marketing operates, poised to redefine efficiency, hyper-personalization, and open up an entirely new era of strategic opportunity. It's truly transformative.
Indeed. The real compounding value isn't just the linear efficiency from automating tasks, but that exponential growth unlocked through continuous high-velocity learning and optimization that only agentic systems can provide. But achieving this means transforming your data infrastructure, revamping governance frameworks to build trust, and most critically, reshaping the skills and structure of your marketing teams.
For those of you listening, we have some clear strategic recommendations to guide your journey into this agentic era based on what we've discussed. First, establish an AI governance council immediately. Don't wait. Define those ethical guidelines, accountability, oversight protocols now. Trust is paramount.
Absolutely. Second, audit and unify your first-party data. This is your most valuable asset, the fuel. Make sure it's clean, accessible, ethically managed from the start.
Third, launch a pilot program with a focus on measurement and learning. Start small, learn fast, and critically measure the velocity of learning, how quickly your systems improve, not just raw output.
Learn how to learn. Fourth, invest aggressively in reskilling your team for orchestration. Shift budgets towards developing skills and systems thinking, strategic goal setting for AI, ethical oversight. Your people need these skills.
And finally, reevaluate your entire MarTech stack with an orchestration mindset. Prioritize platforms that can act as the extensible brain of your marketing ecosystem, not just more disconnected point solutions.
And as a final provocative thought to leave you with, if the organization whose AI can learn and adapt the fastest will ultimately secure a dominant market position, what is your organization doing today to accelerate its learning velocity? Not just its output. The future belongs to the fastest learners.
That's a powerful thought to chew on, and it really reframes the challenge ahead. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into agentic AI in marketing. We hope you feel well informed, maybe a little less anxious, and ready to explore these ideas further. Until next time, keep learning.